You know our first guest tonight from his work on The Office and Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan. His latest film, A Quiet Place Part 2, which he wrote and directed, opens in theaters May 28th. Let's take a look. Please welcome back to the show and to the studio our very good friend John Krasinski. Yeah! Wow. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Oh, physical contact.
Physical contact. This is a lot. This is.
Look at that guy.
They're all here. One, four.
So silhouetted. There's so many people.
This is the definition of unfinished business, my friend.
I mean, this is full circle.
You're the our first guest, one that I've given the hug to since bad times. First guest we're letting sit.
To be fair, you're hugging people like crazy on the street.
Oh my God, everywhere, in public, in streets, in stores. You are the first guest we're letting sit in this chair because you were our last.
It's true.
You were supposed to be you are the last guest that canceled on us before we.
Well,
I'm putting
debatable.
it on you.
That's debatable.
It was March 12th.
I got the get in the car, get out of the car, get in the car, get out of the car.
It was we were sort of, I think we knew it was real because we know you to be a solid guy who would never shirk your commitments. And the fact that you said, hey, I don't think I should come, Shoemaker and I looked at each other and said, well, I think we gotta get out of here too if Krasinski's out.
Did Jack Ryan just say we gotta get out of here?
Yeah.
Everybody just starts heading.
You gave us one of those Jack Ryan boards with like the yarn going over to different pictures.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. That's what I was doing.
The other trippy thing is not only did you cancel March 12th of last year, and again, I want to keep saying you canceled.
Yeah, it's really subliminal, but it's really working. I'm feeling
and then
worse.
I don't want to like put this on you, but like you canceled, and then everything went south. I don't know if you're the first.
I think the next day the NBA went. They heard I canceled, and they were like, "Oh my God, we're out."
But the crazy thing is you're here promoting the same movie.
Yes.
I mean, that's really the trippiest part.
It's part 2.2.
It's part 2.2. Yeah. So this is a full 14 months since you were supposed to release it.
Yeah. It's the most bizarre thing to make a movie and then not put it out. But clearly the world was going through something more bizarre than not putting out a movie. So there was very little emotion in making the decision to not come to this show. Now, making the decision to hold the movie was a bigger deal, but not coming to this was easy.
Yeah.
It was like
easy. But the other thing that must have been nice is if it had been the first Quiet Place, I was thinking about this, I feel as though, because you had this idea that was very novel and no one had seen a horror movie like that. And I think anytime you have material that you have to hold, in the back of your head, you're thinking, what if someone else comes up with this idea? Well, I have it done. So at least it was a sequel. You'd already sort of planted the flag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The weird part was because people knew the movie, I started getting texts, one of which from Maya Rudolph. It was about 3 months into the quarantine. She goes, all right, I get it. We've had enough. When are the creatures coming? And I was like, no, this isn't the movie. She's like, this is the movie. This is it. So,
were any friends asking in this desperate year where people were running out of things to watch, were they saying, I know it's done, give me the movie?
Paul.
Oh, yeah?
Maya's man, Paul Thomas Anderson,
who
was also my filmmaking hero, literally said exactly that. He was like, no, I totally get it. It's a tough decision. Do you have a print of it? Can you just send it over? And I did.
You did? Well, that's good. There's certain people you can't hold the line on.
Totally.
And I think
he's also one of those people when you call the studio and you're like, can he? They're like, yep, yes. And
Oh,
like, I haven't even told you what he wants yet. And they're like, we already sent it. We sent him churros. We sent him popcorn. They're like, no. He wants the movie. He wants the movie.
You're actually, this is obviously a different time as well. I think, had you had the premiere of Quiet Place 2?
We did. 2 days before, I think.
2 days before.
I canceled. Oh, my God, you did it. You
Yeah.
incepted.
You canceled.
You incepted.
Yeah. You spun us out.
Yeah.
It wasn't until like May that we could like
Had
say
I not
this isn't
canceled,
our
you would have
fault.
been doing the show all summer long.
Absolutely. I would have insisted on audiences. But you are now, because you're not doing a premiere, you already did it.
Yep.
You're going theater to theater, which is a pretty cool thing.
Well, this is my thing is we're so excited to be one of the first movies back. And
Yes.
I feel almost a responsibility. I had an emotional connection to it because I was one of the last movies to almost make it to the starting line. Then I thought I'd bookend it. Not that anybody else cares, but I think it's kind of special.
Right.
But if you're a fan of the movie, I wanted to bookend the pandemic for you. And I think the other thing for me is it's not about our movie. Sure, we hope you come see our movie, but at this point in time, it's about movies in general. It's just
Yeah.
about getting back to the theater, getting back to being together, which we're going to be doing here soon, I'm sure. And I think at the end of the day, it's something. So we're going to all these theaters. I've been to Cleveland, New York, Miami. We're going to other secret locations, and it's been awesome. I mean, just to get there and see all these people who are working at the theaters who have been, hurting a bit, and we're, it's really nice to celebrate them and bring them back.
This is a family affair. Your wife, Emily, is in the film. You appear in a flashback.
I do. Spoiler alert. Great.
You die in the first one.
What
And
the hell, man?
Look, I'm going to say why. Here's why I said that. If people went a whole pandemic and didn't watch the first one, when they literally were watching
You're right.
everything,
Yeah.
if you didn't watch A Quiet Place
Yeah.
this year, you're never going to watch
That's
it.
true.
But
That's
maybe
true.
if there's people who desperately don't like you and want to see you die, and now they know. Well, then now I'm saying
Guys, this turned negative. This got dark. It was like funny dark
you
and then really
canceled
dark.
on us.
I'm actually scared.
You canceled
Somebody come
on
in.
us. How is it? I mean, we've talked about it before, but it's obviously a very intense scene. I'm getting dangerously close. I don't want to give anything away, but how do you direct? Because this is one of those shots that's very complicated and it seems like very involved. I'm assuming it's something you have to rehearse for a fair amount of time. Like, how do you direct?
Talking
Emily?
about Emily's Emily's car scene.
Yeah.
So the car scene that I think is in the trailer is that was definitely the hardest thing to shoot, but probably my proudest moment as a director. It's one of those things where every single crew member put their stamp and their fingerprints on it. But we planned it for 6 weeks. We rehearsed it with stunts for 3 weeks. And then on the day, I said to Emily, do you want to rehearse one? She said, no, you know what? I just want to experience it organically. And I said, oh, great. So everything in that shot is actually happening to her. She's hitting human beings that are stunt people. There's a lot of cars almost hitting her by stunt people. And then there's a bus actually coming at her at 45 miles an hour. And I don't think she knew that part. So as I closed the door, she's like, I just want to experience it organically. And I went, okay, great. And I shut it. And I saw the camera crew go, I don't, and I was like, let's do it. And they're like, are you sure? And I was like, did I just put my marriage on the line? And then the car took off and I was like, wait. And we were rolling.
I mean, she must be happy with the way it turned out, though, right? I mean, it
Very,
seems like
yeah.
her instincts were very good to react to it in real
Yeah.
time.
It was terrifying.
Yeah.
It was very, very scary. But the cool thing is, it's a car that we build a pod on top. So the guy on top is actually a stunt driver. And I remember Emily said, she turned to the guy and he said, you okay? And she said, well, actually, my life is technically in your hands. And he went, don't worry, Miss Emily, I'm the best. And she went, okay, that actually made me feel great. That made me feel really good.
I would say that's every stuntman I've ever met. There's no stuntman rolls in, he's like, I'm the C choice.
I'll be honest with you, Miss Emily, I am mediocre. Wait,
I
what?
think a few guys fell out for me to get this job. I blew it. I had my meeting with John, blew it pretty hard. And yet
I'll be
here I am.
honest, I just arrived on that there bus. So
But it really is, I think it is a lovely bookend, and I want to congratulate you for staying the course. And I
thank
think
you.
it's
This
a nice,
is a lovely bookend. It's so nice
It
to
is.
see you.
And congrats, by the way, since the time I was supposed to see you, that you canceled. And then now, congrats again on doing SNL. I know we talked
Thank
about
you
it.
very much. That is a life goal of all life goals.
Yeah.
And it was amazing to actually see it happen. Everybody was like, we're sorry that you had to do it during COVID. I was like, this is amazing. There was actually something really special about doing it during that whole time.
It was amazing to watch the show and how they adapted this year, and it was really nice to see you do it. And buddy, thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely.
Look at this.
So good
We're
to
gonna
see-
touch it with human hands.
Is anybody at Purell?
Quiet Place Part 2 opens in theaters Friday, or another pandemic will happen. We'll be right
Wait.
back. Well, I'm just saying.